Welcome back once again to Murphy's Rides, and a very special welcome to 2025 Street Triple RX. West Coast Triumph has been nice enough to loan this to me. I need the key. Just for a little bit today to show off to you guys. If you like the RS, the RX is just a little bit more. That Triumph water pump howl. Let's go and enjoy it. Immediately a buttery smooth quick shifter. And butter is the only way to word this kind of whole bike. Woohoo! She is alive, I'll tell you that. We're going to ignore the maps for a wee second. And we're going to go this way. No, still don't like this roundabout. So, while I'm here, let's talk about initial bits. So, we do have clip-ons, but they're raised above the handlebar, so they don't feel... Oh, I'm small, I'm semi-flexible, but they don't feel uncomfortable. I'm actually mostly still sitting upright, but you've got the ability to lean down and get a bit more into it if you want to, or more so than you could with the 765. And you've got an absolutely lovely top yoke here. It looks just like the one in the limited edition Moto 2. The metal work on it is just absolutely stunning. And my god, I do love having a quick shifter. Tell me to where I'm going today. We've got a Moto 2 provided by Beeline, so big thanks to those guys for keeping me on the right direction. Unlike last time I did a test ride with these guys, and I had no idea where I was going because it was coming through my ears. Are we good? Are we good? We are good. So we'll head down this way because I remember this from last time. And we'll enjoy a bit of British back road. Having the live tack readout is pretty cool if you ask me, down to the individual RPM. Whether or not you need that level of accuracy, you know, that's up to you. It is just a visual enjoyment that we've got there. And I've got to say, bikes like this, they just, you feel more into them. I'm a guy that needs a set of clip-ons. I need my bars twisted a little bit. I'm wearing the race suit today because it feels like more of a sport bike. That's obviously my view of it, but I love bikes like this. Now, we are on some incredibly sporty tyres, so I need to take the initial bit a bit easier while we get some heat into them. I am no Valentinus Rossi. I'm just a guy with a motorbike license, so please bear with me. And my word, it is nimble. Incredibly lightweight, at least feeling. I'll stick some specs up on the screen now for you to have a look at. I'm not a guy who's all about the tech numbers. Most of us aren't, I would say. It's just top trumps with you and your mates when you stop off for a burger. What I care about in a bike is how does it feel. Do I feel like I could ride this pretty regularly? I'm not a track rider and I'm not just a fair weather rider. I want to be able to use these things, and this already is a bike where you could go to the North Coast 500 and this with a set of bags on the back. Seat nice and comfy. It's not super spongy, it's not super firm. My butt's happy, we'll put it that way. And unfortunately, or not unfortunately, unlike the 400XC that I took down here. I can feel the speed bumps this time. But this is a very different bike with a different purpose. We don't have as much supple sponginess as we had before. Whoop. But it is still gliding up and over them. However, the suspension appears to be set up from stock. For a rider weighing about 75 kilograms, I am happy. Just weaving about here, feeling the tyres. These are still very fresh, very new. I've got no idea what sort of mileage this bike has on it yet. See if we can have a look anywhere through here. Ah, there's that style button I was looking to change. So, we do have an adjustable LED display. Not great with my screens, but we do have an adjustable one between some modes, as well as I believe we do have phone connectivity. I obviously don't have that set up. And in the time this bike's been used, it's doing 43.3 mpg. Now, is that actually a big deal? Probably not. But if you're going to ride the bike all the time, maybe you would care. And why do we have bikes, people? It's because bikes can filter. I'm not going to lie, MG, I don't think you're a bicycle. But you're in the bicycle spot, because you had to be. Playing the game of red light, green light here. Let's head on round. I wanted to go that way. My bad. We'll let B-Line reroute itself. There we go, a great demonstration as to why having a little map surface is pretty useful for you. When you go the wrong way, like I often do, it's going to bring you back. Or it's going to find a new way to where you're wanting to go. So thanks once again to B-Line for saving my idiot self and taking me the right way. Make sure we still record. We are, of course we are. I am a professional. Now, at my lofty 5'7", I've got a slightly bent left knee here while my right foot is up on the rear brake. You'll all remember from your CBT that is your safety position. Clutch in, right foot on the rear brake, ready to set off at any time. Do I flat foot any bike? Oh god, no I don't. I am not tall enough for that business. But 1 foot down, even just a little bit, is all you need. And as I say, that was comfortable to be flat-footed while stationary. So, well, flat-footed on the left at the very least. Staying true to the 765, we've got the adjustable clutch and adjustable brake lever. Just absolutely awesome feel. We've got the Brembo's both master cylinder and caliper here. Again, we'll get a bit of a show off of them in a little bit. And Glasgow's weather is doing its level best to be a bit nicer to us today than it was last time. So let's hope it can come alive a little bit, because I don't want to be looking at the... Oh, I can see blue skies. Bike season is coming back, people, and we are loving it. Well, I say it's coming back. It is back. The open days have happened. And if you're seeing me on this now and you're thinking, you know what, that tickles my fancy a little bit, head on down to West Coast. This is their demo 765 RX. I don't know if you're going to find one of these anywhere else, to be honest. I didn't even expect to see one on demo, and yet here we are. I am on top of it. Immediately, there's a lot of comfort to be had here. Like, we're on a sport bike, but we're on this modern era of sport bikes now, where they're not about, you know, breaking your back, locking in everywhere that you go. They're about a usable machine. Now, this one is obviously a very, very pretty and usable machine. Now, this is a fixed left lane, but you appear to be going straight. Can we go straight? We can if I just do this. I'll slide on across because, well, double yellows, but everyone's parked on them. I was meant to turn there. See, even with a mapping service, I am still the definition of useless. Oh, I do like a bit of new tarmac. Oh, but I don't like oh, the base of tarmac. There's a wee ramp. I know that seems kind of stupid to do that, but throttle connection on that fly-by-wire is so smooth. It's incredibly light actuation. I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's some fly-by-wires that they feel dead stiff and you actually have to like wrench them a little bit. This one, I feel a really good connection to the throttle that's within there. That is a very good feeling. I've got nothing but good things to say here. Am I just overly joyful? Or is the bike just that good? Well, you're going to have to come test it and maybe buy it for yourself to find out. Bar end mirrors, no real vibrations coming out of them because the engine is incredibly smooth. Benefit of that triple is you're getting sort of the low down of a twin, you're getting the smoothness and higher end of a 4 in this nice wee in-between package. That's why I ride a triple myself. I am a fan of them. The inline 4 scream, always going to be my favourite thing, but a triple howl, now that's got something special to it. And it makes people's heads turn when it comes past them. Who doesn't love motorbikes? It's kind of like a universal truth. A bike is a thing that everyone enjoys. And if you don't have one, you want one. And if you've got one, well, you've got one. Those are the two sides of being. Diabolical. Engine braking incredibly smooth, so we'll drop down a second here, doing 30. If I lean off, very casual roll down there. Again, just speaking to the smoothness of this engine, absolutely fantastic. Well, in a very UK way, we are stuck behind a bit of traffic being a Mini. We're not going to come past it because we're just stopping up here in a wee second, so I'll see you guys when we're set up. Well, ain't that a lovely sight? But isn't that a nicer one? So, let's do a little bit of tech talk. You can see my shadow this time. Hello. So, up front, obviously giving us that lovely stopping power, we've got Brembo's. Now, I think they're Stylemas. I will double check that up on the screen if I'm wrong. Öhlins front and rear suspension. Speaking of Brembo's, we're Brembo's front and we're Brembo's rear. Steel braided lines, both front and rear. Once again, Brembo master cylinder, adjustable clutch, adjustable brake. If you're looking for something to show off on a tech side and play top trumps with your friends, be like, oh, I've got this and I've got this, I've got this. Well, what doesn't this have? It's got all of the tech side there for it. Again, lovely, well, I say again, lovely looking rear swing arm there. It's that very traditional Triumph look. I'm pretty sure that is the same sort of style that we've seen even since the 675. It's just a good look. It's done the non-Triumph thing. We do have chained sprocket on the normal side, unlike the 400 that we had where it was sort of linked on the other end. But we do have it on here. Now, looks like a little screw hole there for a paddock stand bobbin, so you can fling that on. You can use proper rear stands. We've got a little tenor hook just because this is a demo model. If you're familiar with the 765, you'll be familiar with a lot of this. Do have the seat kill on there. Lovely rear section there. Could use a tail tidy, but that's something that you can sort when you get it. We're coming with the Diablo Supercourses from factory. Now, on a day like this, pretty good tyre, but
each to their own when it comes to the rubber that they're going to be using. 765cc, probably not actually, it's probably a little bit different than that, but we've got the lovely triple engine. It's an absolute dream to ride. Looking for the front end, obviously we've got no real changes here. We've got the traditional 765 look with a little RX logo. Any other logos at RX Big Spots? We've got one up the front there. We've got RX on the tank there. We've got 765 triple back there. RX custom seat here. So do make sure if you ever pick up one of these in a few years' time, make sure it's got that RX seat and not just the 765 one. Absolutely fantastic engine, and it has been great fun this morning. Now, obviously, that's been town work within Glasgow. We're going to go have to do some backroad stuff now and see what it's like on the roads that we actually take these things on when we've got free time at the weekend. That quick shifter and blipper, so it's up and down, that has made the town work absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people don't see those as a commuting tool. I definitely do, because they take that effort off of your left hand. Get this set with a set of heated grips, see if they're in like the Triumph catalogue or if you aftermarket them, and you've just got a lovely little machine. You can keep both your hands on there at all time, and this one can remain nice and toasty. And that leaves it for all the switchgear business. Obviously, with bikes getting more and more complicated over time, we've got more going on at the left here. And having your thumb only caring about, or having your hand only care about the switchgear stuff, not having to use this clutch except for when you stop. Fantastic little thing to have. I do really enjoy this B-line. Just making it nice and easy for me getting about. I'll need to plumb in the next bit that we're heading to. And I'll catch up with you guys when we're heading off. Enough of looking at the scenery, you. We've got a bike to ride. Right. I see some national speed limits up ahead. Let's go enjoy them. What a bike for it. Now, since we're up at the higher stuff, am I getting hit by wind? Of course I am. There's no fly screen, there's no screen up front there. But, lovely clean air being passed into here. If you've ridden naked bikes before, you know, you can kind of lean into the wind that's coming at you. And in my helmet right now, there's less roar on this than I even have on my R9, if that makes any sense, and that's got a screen. So, don't concern about that. You can spend full day on this thing if you've got a good set of earplugs. Mine are custom molded by Ultimate Ears. Big recommendation to them. Do look after your hearing, guys and gals. But good earplugs, a good helmet. You can be on this thing all day. Love a higher speed as well. How are our mirrors doing? They're smooth. Yes, there's a little bit of very subtle vibration or high pitched vibration in there, but nothing extreme and nothing that's preventing me seeing what's behind me. And in this case, there's nothing. Absolutely awesome. And the sun has came out, so if you want a sign that a bike is worth having, look at the weather when you're riding it. And if the sun's out, well, it's the bike to be, isn't it? That triple is alive! Now I've just got this in street mode now because I just wanted a bit of fun without being too leery, so if I'm having fun in street, imagine it in sport or track mode. I can't remember which one Triumph calls it. Let's have a look. So we've got sport, track, rider, rain. That van keeps dipping into the side, so we'll be keeping a close eye on him. Oh, sport mode is a bit livelier. Yeah, tell you what, give me my street mode back. That's where I'm at my happiest. Yeah, road mode, there we go. Couldn't quite see it because it was the one that it was already in, so it wasn't highlighted. One hell of a motorbike. You'll find me lost for words here, because I'm lost for words when it's good. When everything's just piecing itself together quite nicely. What can be said? Other than, my god, go get yourself one of these.
Now, it was Ed last time from Triumph that let us go. It's William that's given us this one today. So do stop in and talk to him if you're interested. And once again, just a massive thank you to Triumph in general for letting an idiot like me have a spin on some cool motorbikes. I remember this from last time. We're going to ignore Beeline for a wee second. We're going to go off to the right, because if you remember, that's the house that's made of grass. And I'm actually just going to come back here if you don't mind. Thanks very much, dear. Also, sitting here stationary, bike really is not getting too warm. Its engine temp is about where it should be, but I'm not feeling underneath me boil, which can happen quite a lot in triple engines where they do start to generate a heck of a lot of heat underneath you, but this one, feeling quite alright. And again, everything on this bike, I'm not mentioning this enough, but everything feels nice. This is a well-refined cockpit that we're sitting with here. And it's all just put together. It's put together well. The fit and finish is fantastic. Again, I'm loving the machining on this top yoke here. You can see the layers where the CNC machine, if that's even the correct word, bar, where it's gone down layer by layer, and that singular block that is sitting there. And again, thanks to Beeline, we've got their nice titanium Moto 2 here. Quite stylish for the bike. The silver probably would have been the better one to bring for colour matching, but I brought my titanium one. And you'll see them on more of our test rides coming up, as they were nice enough to give us them. This road looks entirely different now. It's when I came back here in, what was it, January? We last did a test. And the road feels like an entirely different beast. Personally, I find the most fun on bikes like this is between that second and third gear bounce. Just flicking between the two continuously and just riding that wave of torque up. I say riding that wave of torque up, you're actually actively staying in it. With little bits like this to enjoy fourth and maybe fifth. And these tyres are actually lovely when they've got some heat in them. Now, I both look like and am a Michelin man. And so, I think for the roads that we realistically deal with, it'd be nice with the set Power 6s or the S23s or, is it Diablo Rosso 4, not the Corsas? My Pirelli knowledge is a bit terrible. I promise it'll get better once they've taken over in MotoGP for their tyre. You want to see the most egregious left turn ever to be in a town? It's this thing. I didn't realise the Stelvio Pass did a beta test over here. Well, it's not a Scrambler, but it can still go on a pavement.
Maybe they should make a 765 Scrambler. Imagine that thing. This is where it does exist now. I've just kind of forgot it does. What a bike. Oh, and what sunshine. Jeez. What's your thoughts on the colours? I'm mixed. Obviously, I'm a blue boy. I like a bit of blue. But you know what? I'm not ashamed to do a little bit of red. I think black and red, that's what I would do with me, but imagine this like white out. Mwah. Hell of a bike. Right. We've had our fun. I've had my time. I've used a fair bit of the tyre, not more than the previous person who ever rode it before. They're better than me, but I think we'll go give Triumph their bike back. What do you think? Because if I do keep it any longer, I will just keep it. And I don't think that'd be a good idea. because that's theft, and last I checked, it is illegal. If that has changed, someone let me know, because I'd like to take some stuff.
So, I'm going to go find the motorway. Well, I think I can find the motorway at least. And we'll get back that way and we'll see how does it do. It's a bit of a long distance commuting machine. Obviously I'm not going to be doing the long distance, but you can very quickly find out, as I'm sure you all know, a little bit of time on the motorway, how does the bike feel and perform. And that's where we stretch a little bit more with 6th gear and see how it feels up there. So, let's have a wee look. Oh yeah. Lots of confidence in the turn, lots of grip, love it. Right, let's get up to motorway speeds, which unlike the 400, is just a simple case of going and then you're there. And flipping it up into 6th gear. Make sure we maintain that 70, no, 69, 70, there we go. Now, obviously the wind roar, a little bit louder when we're up here. Still not bad. I'm leaning into the wind to sort of use it to hold me up, so I'm not trying to fight against it. I'm just using it to hold my body up. You do that on a naked bike, and believe me, it will feel different when you're riding. Because then you don't get off it like, oh, I've been battling it all day. No. Use the wind to your advantage. Use it as a bit of a ballast point to keep you up. And if you still feel like you get like a ton of wind noise over your head, as I said before, get a good set of earplugs, get a good helmet, probably flip those around, get the good helmet, get the good earplugs. You'll massively change your riding experience. It's one of the things that comes with the quality of a better helmet is usually better noise isolation, unless you go quality to the point of getting a race lid, and look at the U-piece owners, in which case they're the loudest thing on the planet, and you might as well stick your head inside a Dyson, because you can just hear nothing of them. See if we can, there we go, just end this trip. I think it's that button. There we go. But absolutely lovely riding along here. Hello, big, massive queue. Big, massive queue. I will not wait in you. Let's remember, everyone, when it says closes in 800 yards, that means use it for 800 yards. That's saying move over, it's not saying closed. Use the available space and zipper merge and turn at the end. Otherwise you end up with this massive line. Is that one behind me? No. Is this line the double the length it needs to be? Yes, it is. Check that thing out! Twin propeller blade. That is absolutely sick! I like what this bike's thinking. So, there we see, if you want to do some motorway stuff, 765 obviously is more than capable. I don't think they've gone too overboard with the sport choices of this bike. It still feels mostly like the 765 does, with some styling tweaks more than anything to bring back that RX name which they used to have on the 675, I believe. I don't think the 765 has had an RX up till this point. The feeling of the slightly angled bars does feel like you've got more tip-in control. there is just a nice feeling there. And that's maybe more of a personal preference, but this looks like the right bike to me. It's got the right setup. The materials used, the colour choices up top here are all absolutely fantastic. There was no need for this to be billet machined, but it is. There was no need for the top of that stanchion to be blue, but it is. Everything, it's fitted together so nicely, and everything feels like a bespoke piece. And the throttle's that accurate that just holding that 40 limit there, you've got the right amount of feel to be able to hold it just nicely. There are no complaints with this bike. It doesn't have the downturns that a sport bike probably often has, being comfort a reduction. Don't know why you're undertaking when I'm doing 40, but hey ho. We honk the horn. I don't know why, but bike horns are always going to be funny. The temptation in me to swap out a Denali Sound Bomb Mini and just horrify people. Oh, so tempting. And I'm sure you've seen a little bit there. There's plenty of bikes passing today. That's your evidence that the season's back. You can see people again. Ah, it's a feeling I've never had with like the car, because of course there's a million other cars about. But when a bike sees a bike, you immediately know that's someone that's probably going to be your friend. Hello, Triumph. I have brought your bike back.
Ah, street travel. To put it lightly, an awesome piece of kit. It's the RS with a bit more. If you're already in the market for one of them, a Triumph of any kind, add this to your shortlist. For the sport bike fans, this is our next little step. We want a Daytona, perhaps. You got to make sure you buy these. You got to prove that clip-ons are wanted. You got to prove sport bikes are here. So come on down to West Coast, Triumph Glasgow, and talk about one of these with them. As I said, it's William that let us take the bike away today, so pop in and talk to him. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.